Oi, oi guys, Cuz Crypto here. Just in today's video, I want to talk about Web 1, 2 and 3. I'm just going to go through each of them. So Web 1 started in about 1989 and it went through to about the early 2000s. Initially designed for universities to find information more efficiently. So it was acted like a library, this kind of World Wide Web, and information was only one way, so it was very static. Most of the information on there was text-based, tables or graphs, so nothing really kind of interactive for other people. And the only people that could really put onto these platforms or these websites were people with knowledge, and basically they would have to update it all manually. So readers, like today, couldn't really interact and they could just read the information and that was that. There was no kind of community or anything like that around this concept. And search engines were established but very basic, so like Yahoo, Google at a very kind of early stage in its development, and mainly used the HTTP, so Hypertext Transfer Protocol, for transfer into websites. So again, very basic, and not very I'd say difficult to navigate. Again, just very basic information, just like a library near enough. However, Web 2, so this is kind of what we use today, and this started around 2004 as we started to gain platforms like social media, so like MySpace initially came around, Bebo and Facebook. But again, going from a more static to a more interactive kind of platform. So users are able to consume information, but also create and share information in real time, which, as we know, is social media. So the kind of technology they used was Ajax, which basically allows web pages to update content without requiring a full page reload, enhancing user experience. So this could be like blogs, Wikipedia, chat forums, anything like that as well. And obviously over the last kind of 15 years or so, diversification of phones has made it more accessible for people to share their ideas and create information with, blogging, YouTube, Instagram, anything like that. And it's the most kind of current mainstream utilization or thing that's utilized. The issue is though, at the minute these platforms are controlled by intermediaries. So that is like your Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. So if you have information on there and there's something that you post that they don't kind of agree with or like, they can take it down as they have the power. So all your data is and information is controlled by whatever platform you are using. So that data can be taken away quite quickly. So for example, if you've got a YouTube person like myself or whoever, and YouTube chooses to then they're not happy with your information you're putting out, even though it might be harmless, but they don't agree with it, they can then shut your channel down. You lose viewers, and also you lose all the information and videos you previously uploaded. However, this takes me on to Web 3. So Web 3 is in the process where it is available, but it's about the kind of accessibility of for people to use it. So let's just start with what Web 3 is. So Web 3 is like Web 1 and Web 2, but it is decentralized and more technology advanced. So what it is the decentralization of it is done by the use of blockchain technology and smart contracts. So again, like I said, with blockchain chain technology and smart contracts, so blockchain is you have a block fills with transactions. These are all time-stamped. As that block fills, another block comes along and then that starts getting filled and then that's added to the blockchain and that continues. And then smart contracts are basically contracts which are on this blockchain which have been pre-approved between two people or two whoever it might be, parties, and their contract will then be automatically agreed and they can then automatically put through transactions at certain times. And basically what this does is it gives power back to the users and everyone has equal access. So this provides security, scalability and transparency. So basically you own your own data. And with the equal access side of things is that all transactions are timestamped and cannot be tampered with, and there are no intermediaries required because it's all done on blockchain. So that blockchain technology allows us to timestamp our transactions. They're always there and they cannot be tampered with. And again, those no intermediaries is like we don't have any Facebook, no Google, no Instagram required to process or to allow these actions to continue. And how this is done is via validators. So validators are basically people like myself, could be you, on a computer, and you can operate one part of node on a network. And it can be hundreds or there could be thousands to hundreds of thousands of these depending how big that network is. And all these validators all have to agree with this action, whether it's a transaction, whatever it might be. And basically if there's any dishonest behavior, so say if someone tries tampering with a transaction, they will know, or these validators will see, that the encryption in the transaction has changed, meaning that there's something dodgy going on and there is dishonest behavior occurring, and that transaction will then not be processed. So there's no hacking, no nothing like that. And again, with Web3, what this does then is it's more of like an AI use. So the use of AI is basically allowing machines to understand vast amounts of data to provide services to users without human error or manipulation. So with this, AI allows quite a large amount of information to be brought in, deciphered quite quickly, and then put out to you to provide a service. And with the internet today, it's allowing machines to understand it better to then provide a quicker service. So a bit of a con to Web3 at the minute is obviously Web3 relies a lot on decentralized networks and smart contracts. So again, I'll bring out other videos on smart contracts and blockchain. But what it is the average user doesn't really understand decentralized networks at the minute or smart contracts. So for Web3 to be utilized, well, people have to understand these things. So that can then be difficult for people to navigate from Web 2 to Web 3. But examples of this is like your Bitcoin, Ethereum, you've got Sui Network and Hedera. So all these are blockchains of some sorts. And what they do is, like I just explained, with timestamping transactions, showing that each transaction has occurred, so there could be no fraud, there could be no manipulation of currency. It's all on there. And like I said, guys, with Web3, because it is decentralized, no centralized kind of entity like a government, like a corporation or institution, they can't control it. So that data is all yours and it's for the people. But that's just today's video on Web 1, 2 and 3, just a basic understanding around that. Alright guys, cheers now.